Yeah, as far as I know. Let's get this one going.
And we're live.
And we're live. Okay,
right.
And we're plugged in too, so that's great. All right, so I'm going to take my seat here. Hey, how do? We are having a great time. So I always introduce this. You wanna give it a shot?
All right. Well, we're the Greg and Donny News Show. I'm Donny, the good, upstanding liberal trying to save the country.
And I'm the great conservative who... That's such a good line. How can I compete with that? I'm the conservative guy who is the one that makes the most sense, the logical one, from the Founding Fathers to present day, because the Founding Fathers were, of course, conservative. All right, enough of that.
All right.
This is one of those times we really don't have to do politics today.
We really don't.
No, we're here, we're live.
Very special place.
This is incredible. This is the Creek Tribal Grounds in Santa Rosa County. It's in, I think we're outside of Milton here, aren't we? Yeah. So we're Santa Rosa County, Florida. Santa Rosa County is the second county in from the coast. Escambia is the furthest west county in the Panhandle of Florida. If you've been watching the news at all, you know what's been going on in the Panhandle. We've got a ton of election stuff and all kinds of things are happening there. But that's, again, we're not doing politics. We're here to celebrate the Creek tribe and Native Americans, and we've got a chair back here. Anybody that wants to join us is welcome to. We want you to come down. Come to, if you're anywhere near or Santa Rosa County or anywhere in the Panhandle or southern Alabama, come on down to the tribal grounds here and come celebrate Native Americans. And this is a Pow Wow. And if you've never been to a Pow, you've never been to a Pow Wow, have you?
I have not.
Okay.
I've lived up the road from here my entire life. Never been.
See, you know,
I can tell I'm missing out.
Well, and this is the thing that a lot of people don't realize. There's an entire Native American world that goes on here in the United States and in Canada. And probably a lot of other countries. I think Mexico, Central America have indigenous people as well. And so all these folks are here. And there's this Creek. I used to have a Creek show on WBY when I was on the air. In fact, I'd love to be back and be able to do that again to serve these folks, because Native Americans don't have a voice that's anywhere as big as it should be in this country. We don't honor our Native Americans as well as we should, and so we're going to do our bit here today. In fact, you can see behind us that the powwow is it starts at 9 o'clock. There's about a minute and a half, so we were actually right on time for that here. I know we've got comments up there. I don't know if you have a phone, we can drag yours up, maybe we can share it and see it, but you can even run up there periodically. We're so informal when we do this that's what makes it fun. So come on down. And so this is the Greg and Donny News Show, and we are here live. We're going to make a YouTube of this. We're here live on Facebook, so please share this. Please share this with your friends, share this with everybody. This is a chance to really immerse yourself in Native American culture, and we're hoping that some folks will come by and talk to us as things get going. So we'll see how that goes. We might stop the video part way. We're going to make a series of them. We're going to be here for a while, because there's a lot of things to do. So what we might want to do is maybe just walk around. You can actually do that with the Facebook Live camera. Actually, both of them.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some helpers. You like that idea?
I do.
We'll just have people follow us. We'll go talk to people. So there's an idea too that we didn't think of until just now, that we could go around the powwow and talk to some of the various folks. But you know, some people are camera shy, especially Native Americans are, with good reason, not the most trusting of people, especially with cameras, where if they don't know us, you know. But a lot of people do. And it's funny, people I've already talked to that have come up and said, yeah, we know you guys. So I guess the reputation precedes us here. But not knowing much about Native American culture, growing up this close to it, what did you learn about the Creek, you know, in school, you know, as you're growing up?
They didn't teach us about it. Everything I know, I had to look into on my own.
That's crazy. Yeah. There's a whole language. In fact, when I was on the air, I was learning some Muskogee. So hello is Hensjay. So my name is Oponyo Suta, which means sky talker, okay, which makes perfect sense. My story is that I wanted to get Native American voices on WBY, you know, when I was on the radio. And so what happened was I talked to the chief, and he you know, at first said, okay, yeah, right, sure. Dismissed me. He said, come back in 3 months. We'll talk about it, all right? So we went to, I forgot his name again, they're going to hate me for this. We're going to get the chief on at some point, and I'll embarrass myself completely. So then I went back about 3 months later, talked to the chief again, and that took a while. And then eventually he calls me back and says, yeah, okay, it's about 6 months.
Wow. It
took to gain the trust to actually be able to get a Creek show. And then Vice Chief Dan Helms became basically my brother in the tribe. And so he's my incredibly close friend, and just through Dan I've been able to bring the Creek on the air. But one day I was just doing a Creek show. Actually, it was just with Dan. Other folks couldn't make it. And the most incredible honor, one of the most incredible of my life, happened when Dan presented me with a card and said, the Tribal Council has voted, and we have made you a member of the tribe. So I actually became a Native American at that point. And now I feel bad because I can't bring the Creek on the show because I don't have one. And so that's what's happening. So the folks going on behind us, there's just stuff happening, and you can be on camera. Anybody?
If you go right through to that door right
That's Eddie, the genius who helped us plug in here today. So stuff's just going to go on, and like I say, we'll be hanging out here. If we can't, Pascal, you want to join us on camera for a minute?
No, sir.
Camera shy.
I'm walking back and forth through here. I'm doing good.
Okay, so that was Haskell.
I got my ugly face on this morning.
We take this so seriously. So that's Haskell, and the folks here have been incredible. So this
Very
is
hospitable.
This is gonna be a really good time.
It is.
So yeah, so like I say, if we can't find some folks right now, we'll just shut down and come back in a little bit. Maybe just take the Facebook camera around and see what we can find. But I'd like to. Hey, Richard, you want to come on and talk to us? Yeah, here we go. All right. So let's get. In fact, I'm going to move our chair back here. That's one way to move it. Yeah, come on in. Can you come on up here? Do you want a chair? You want? You can just bring that right up. No. Have a seat of honor. Eddie, you want to be on at some point?
I'd like, well, how about do what now?
So you want to be on our show at some point here?
Maybe, if I got time.
Okay, that's fine. We'll be here for a bit. All right, so we're going to do as we always do. We're going to improvise. Actually, this is a chance we can check our comments. If anybody's saying, we can't see you, we can't hear you, we
I
can't...
think you had someone saying we were out of focus.
Out of focus? How about be out of focus?
Every time.
That looks great. Bring them on camera. We're trying to. What do we got here? It's going in and out of focus. That happens.
Nice to meet you.
That happens. These things. We got to figure out how to do our live productions. We don't know what's going. That's why we're making the YouTube as well. So we got two things going on. This is Richard King, and Richard is a very special person. He does the most incredible wood carvings. In fact, I still have the one you made with the name Jesus. It's just beautiful. Have you ever seen my car with the big with Jesus with a big S in the middle? He makes these. He doesn't use a laser guide. It's all by hand. He just hand does it. So you're a vendor here, right?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of cool.
This is my 7th year.
There you go. So what brings you to the Pow Wow? I guess being a vendor.
Well,
are you connected to the Creek at all, or?
No, not officially, but
okay.
I know Chief Hino was a real good friend of mine who passed away about a year ago, a little over a year ago.
I can tell you a funny story about that because I remember his name Hino, and I've forgotten his first name, unfortunately. I'm the worst person. Lloyd Hino. And so when I first saw this and I was announcing it, I thought it was a really native, American name, so I pronounced it Chief Hinote. I thought I was being really clever. I was like, Hinote. It wasn't Hinote, it was Hino. So, I kind of goofed on that a little bit. That's it. Anyway, so yeah, so what are you creating these days?
Well, I've got some new designs for this year.
Okay.
I've got the old stuff. I got some buffalo heads. This you go around and...
What are buffalo heads?
Well, it's a base of the head of a buffalo.
Okay.
In the wood, I've got...
These are amazingly detailed. I mean, it's just incredible.
Wolf, horses.
Now, when you sell these, does this support the Creek tribe at all, or how does that work?
Well, I make donations to the tribe with some of my carvings. Like I made a commemorative plaque for Chief Hino when he passed away.
Oh yeah.
Which they're going to feature when they do the cultural center.
We're right outside the cultural center right now, so you can't see it because otherwise you'd see a wood wall. And that wouldn't be anywhere near as much fun. Am I in? Oh, I'm in. You're not in. You got to squeeze in. You got to squeeze in a little bit. So we've reversed our screen, so we're trying to make sure everybody's in here. But the cultural center. Are you working on the cultural center at all?
No. I just if they need anything, all I got to do is let me know. And, Haskell and I have known each other for a while.
Haskell's great. Just remember Eddie Haskell from Leave It to Beaver. Yeah. So we need to do a show, Donny. when the cultural center is all set. We can do it from inside there, and we can talk about the artifacts and things that are going to be here. And so this is a great way to preserve the heritage. And the other thing, the reason I asked you about education is because the folks want to get some kind of language or culture or history of the Creek into the Santa Rosa County schools. So that might be a project for us.
Right.
And you might know people, you know, because you're closer, because you went through the Santa Rosa system. Anybody, or you, how can we go about doing that?
I got a few people in mind. Of course, now that he unfortunately has more free time, we could possibly get Mayor Meeson on that.
Okay.
And he was the greatest history teacher I ever had.
Do you know if he's coming today?
I don't know.
If we see him, we got to drag him in. You're going to hear a lot of drumming. In fact, we have, I think the grand entrance is around 11 o'clock. We can't film that. We can't, there's certain things that just do not go, that don't get recorded, so we're going to respect that, of course. But pretty much everything else is fair game.
Okay.
And so I think what we might do is just ask folks as we're going around if they want to do things. So Mayor Meese, you had him as a teacher, didn't you?
I did.
What's he like?
Like I said, probably one of the greatest teachers I ever had.
Okay.
I learned quite a bit. Of course, I've always been into history, and he was the one who really made me passionate about it.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of respect for him.
So how do you view the importance of history and then the fact that a lot of your peers don't really know a whole lot about history?
I mean, that's really why we have as many of the problems as we do, is that people don't know what to learn from. I see history as what we need to, as I said, learn from.
Yeah.
So we don't make the same mistakes. Maybe if we did something right in the past, we can improve upon it.
Yeah, that's a good point. We hear all the bad things in history, the wars, the huge mistakes, but a lot of times you don't hear the good things, the things that go really well, unless it's something spectacular like the moon landing. You know, but we want to learn from those things. We want to study history. You hear the bells. I want that person on our show, but you know, like I say, a lot of folks, they're just not going to come on camera. So that's why you got to come down to the Pow Wow. We have Richard here, who we're ignoring. We're just talking right across him. Right?
Sorry, Richard.
I'm used to that.
You're a very good sport.
No, feel free to. What are your observations of the Pow Wow and interaction with the Creek tribe here?
I've always had a good relationship with them. They've treated me like one family most of the time.
Yeah. They made me one of the family.
Yeah, I know that.
You know, so
maybe someday they'll do the same for me.
I'll do it.
Well, it's an incredible honor. You never know. Fred, you want to join us?
No, thank you, sir. I'm over here right
Cindy?
now.
Not yet.
Okay. We'll get you sometime. I keep trying. I'm trying.
Let's get some clothes on first. Yeah, we gotta get our clothes on first.
Okay, the women have to put their clothes on. Wait a minute. Sorry.
Like family.
The family. There goes the family shot, right? Yeah. So you can see how spontaneous this gets. We really don't rehearse. This is unscripted, unrehearsed, unedited. You're getting us live right now from the Pow. I love to hear the bells. I love the drums. In fact, we might even be able to, you know, at some point participate in some of the things and go in. You know, hopefully I can introduce you to the tribal council.
Right.
Certainly Vice Chief Dan and Chief. It's killing me. I was just heard his name. Do you know the chief?
No.
Oh. Sorry, Chief. He's gonna hate me because I've seen him just a few times. We talked. I'll tell you though. It was fascinating. He's a surveyor, and I remember going to his office, and when we were talking last year about just getting the Creek on the show, and again, it really took a while to gain the confidence, but it worked, and here we are. It's a beautiful day out here. Oh, we got our microphone. We got the ambulance and fire. You hear the drums? Let's listen to the drums.
It's impressive to come out and watch the native dances. Really an eye-opener. Some of the costumes that these folks have, they spent thousands of dollars making.
Yes. You know, it's interesting, just perspective. What you call costumes, they call clothes.
Yeah.
You know, and what we, you know, these would be costumes to, you know, if we were back 200 years ago and showed up with T-shirts and jeans and stuff, you know, that would be a costume. It's like the orientation. It's like you don't have an accent until you go somewhere else where you talk differently than everybody. Then you have the accent.
Yep.
But if someone else comes to where you are, then they have the accent. It's perspective. I'm always interested in perspective because it's fascinating. I think how these work. This is really cool. Can you folks hear what's going on in the background? I'll just ask in general. We'll see if we can get a comment. Do you have a phone that you can listen, check our comments out?
Good time will be after I get it.
We need to get shared. We're going to try and share this on the... In fact, if you want to share, if any of the Creek tribe is listening want to share the Creek Facebook page, or your Facebook page?
Enjoyed it, but I need to get back to finish setting up.
All right.
You got stuff to do.
Good.
Do you have any more comments? Because we rudely,
No,
totally.
If you get a chance to come out here, come see me.
If someone does want to come by and see you, I know I'm going by as soon as we finish this up. Where can they go?
I'm on the right at the drive. When you come down, I'm about halfway down in the 10th section.
Do you have a website, Facebook page?
I've got a Facebook
Shameless plug.
page.
Go ahead.
Crossman's Crafts
Okay. Good.
on Facebook.
Crossman's Crafts.
Crossman's Crafts.
The last of the true, well, maybe not the last, but certainly one of the few people who actually doesn't use laser-guided computer technology
Old school.
to carve wood. He actually does it, and it's fascinating. Richard King.
And I'll be carving today.
All right. Good to see you again.
So much.
Nice to meet you.
I had this beautiful carving in my car. It goes with me everywhere. All right. So rather than cut to commercial, because we don't have any, we're just going to stand up and do what we do. So we'll slide the chair back a little bit. Thank you, sir. I love having the drumming in the background. So I just wonder if anybody can hear it.
This really is incredible.
So sometimes we're just going to sit here and let you listen. Drums are powerful. You don't really notice how strong they are. Cindy, do you have a second to share our Facebook broadcast on any of like the Creek's Facebook page or anything like that? Or are you just swamped with stuff still?
At this moment, yes, I'm
Okay.
sorry, but I will.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
You can cover a couple, put
I'm just-
a couple of fires out.
And if I just bugged you too much, just let me know. Because I tend to do. We're on camera, by the way.
Hi.
Oh. Now she's closing the door, so it's like, okay.
See you later, Greg.
Bye, Cindy. There we go.
Very spontaneous.
Cindy's amazing. Yeah. The whole thing is spontaneous. You know, where's our drums go?
So good to be back.
I miss her. Oh, back on the air?
Yeah.
I miss you, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I miss our shows. I miss what we do. I miss our chats and just all the things that, you know, and it's good. We have so many more plans of things to do, including a national radio show again. Tell me about your podcast. Let's talk about that for a minute.
I actually had our second episode last night.
Okay.
It was an interview with Diane Crummell from Safe and Skull Beach.
Okay.
And
Where do we find it?
it's on Twitch right now, which is
What's
generally...
Twitch? Is that like Twitter or
No,
with an itch?
it's pretty much where people go to live stream their video games, and you can also do podcasts there.
How do you live stream a video game?
That's a good question. There are people, they make millions of dollars, and they just film themselves playing video games,
What?
and they provide commentary,
I'm in the wrong business.
and they're generally funny.
Okay.
And they do like what we try to do.
We're
They
trying to
go
be
on-
funny. Yeah, we're trying to be funny too.
And like they go on YouTube, and they get monetized, and they make money off of the advertisements.
What are we doing wrong?
Millions of dollars.
All right, what are we doing wrong? We want to do the same thing.
Open to suggestions.
Yeah, so here's the Greg and Donny News Show. You know, we have liberal and conservative. We have the socialist and extremist. We've got everything you want right here in one show. We got to figure this out.
We do.
Anyway, come on down to the Pow Wow.
Yes.
4750 Willard Norris Road,
Yes.
I believe. So 4750 Willard Norris Road in Santa Rosa County. We're just outside the city of Milton. It's gorgeous out here. So all you folks who winter, oh, what do you think of New York? New York's got a big snowstorm right now. And the mayor's like, we don't know what happened. Well, we know what happened. Winter. Such an idiot. Sorry. I'm going to sneak in politics a little bit here.
Nice. Joe de Blasio.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should do what we do best, which is politics. Any election thoughts about the way things are going? You want to get into that, or should we save that for another time?
I can get into it if you want to.
Yeah, I think we should, because there's a lot. There's still people setting up here at the Pow Wow.
Right.
We're here at the Creek tribe. I always like Creek Nation. Tribes, I feel awkward saying tribe. Tribe's perfectly acceptable to the tribe, so that's okay. It's like Mike Hill is the person that said, you can say Black Americans, you don't have to say African American. And so it's really, we all try to be polite, but sometimes you can go too far. So I still like Creek Nation because it has more power.
Right.
I like power. Speaking Muskogee gives me power. Hens J, that's hello in Muskogee. So hens J to all the folks that are listening now. So back to, because you work very closely with both. I got a question for you. So both Andrew Gillum and Bill Nelson. Tell us what we don't know that didn't make the news. We have all the big characters, but as people, did you get to know them a little bit?
I did.
What are they like?
They both, in person, at least from my encounters with them, seemed as genuine as they do on TV. Like Gillum in particular, I got to get up and shake his hand, told him I had been with him from the beginning, and he, you know, when you go see him, it was almost like going to see the president. I mean, those are the kind of crowds he drew.
Oh, really?
I was doing crowd control at the event. It was almost like those old.
What are you, a bouncer?
Yes, it was almost like those old videos you'd see where they'd have to keep the girls back from raiding the Beatles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So he's kind of like a rock star of the Democratic Party right now. Okay. So this isn't an end for him that he's lost this election.
Oh no, he's still up there.
They still mayor?
He is.
Or do you have to resign?
I think his time's almost up.
Did he have to? Is he going to run again for mayor?
I don't think he is. I think he was. I don't know if he was term limited or not.
Okay.
But I know someone right below him is running. It looks like he has a good chance.
Okay.
So the Gillum legacy lives on. I think he'll run for something again.
Is he an Obama protege at all? I mean, because he strikes me as very similar. In the good side, he's very charismatic. He certainly gets the crowds going. He gets people involved. On the not so good side, I think he plays the race card too much. You know, run as a candidate. If you want to be a socialist, run as a socialist. When I object to him, I object to him because of his policies. You know, I really want to get to a point in this country where we don't care, you know, what folks look like. I don't know how to do that. I mean, but certainly, you know, those are the bells in the background. So we'll get. Maybe this gentleman will join us too. We're hoping some of the folks will just come by. Again, we're here at the Creek Pow Wow, Santa Rosa County, and we are live. And it looks like everything's comments. Yeah, check the comments out. Probably read better than I can.
What do you think about all the drama in the recount in Florida?
That's a great question.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, I actually wrote a bill on regularlaws.com.
It's a good bill.
Thank you. And so it's nonpartisan, but it's very blunt. And you know, here's the other thing too. There's no reason to assume that just because we're having Democrat problems in Broward County, you're not going to have Republican problems in another county, and probably at some point will, because all power corrupts, and election power is one of the strongest ones out there. So I wrote a bill called Safeguarding the Florida Election. And it's on regularlaws.com, and I've circulated. Do you know who's interested in it? Jerry Williamson, our state representative, is taking a look, and Mike Hill, who is state representative of the next county over in Escambia County, are both looking at that. So we're trying to fix the problems so we don't have to get into recounts.
Right.
And so recounts mean you failed, to me. How about you?
No, I agree. Okay. Brenda Snipes has to go. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. Do you know why she was there so long? And this is a Republican governor who left her in, so, you know.
I really do have a theory that Rick Scott leaves people like that around so he has someone to blame.
Okay. Which is a stupid policy. I'm not the biggest Rick Scott fan. I mean, I voted for him because I want more Republicans in the Senate, but he's a gun grabber. I mean, they put some things in the Florida Constitution after the Parkland shooting, which is a horrible murder and a horrible tragedy. But where I object is where things get into punishing law-abiding folks, you know, for something that a murderer did. It'd be like, as I say, you know, kicking out the depositors for a bank because the bank got robbed. The two have, there's no connection there. So recounts, like I say, you know, something goofed, something failed. And if he's putting her in there to blame, that's crazy. A gentleman walking by. Want to join us on our show?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. I think that's going to be a pretty consistent theme today.
It is.
We'll get him. Well, yeah, you know, the people that know me, I think are going to do that. But yeah, it's a good question on the recounts. In fact, are you able to receive it on your phone here? Because if you can't, we can go. We actually have our cameras in the shade, which is nice. So hopefully we're getting a pretty decent picture out there. We're here at the Creek Tribe, 4750 Willard Norris Road. And that is in Santa Rosa County, Florida. We're in the Panhandle, where it's a gorgeous day out here. It's perfect. It's part of the reason I like moving to Florida. Although it's interesting, the summers are hotter and the winters are colder than the San Francisco Bay Area, which is pretty normal.
It's not letting me see the comments.
Let me see the comments. That's no fun.
No, it is not.
Well, Pow Wow's officially open, started 20 minutes ago. And so it runs Saturday and Sunday, so you've got time to come out here.
Right.
If you need to run up, feel free to just take runs up to the, like I say, it's part of our technical things to work on, is to be able to do that.
We love the views, so keep watching the Greg and Donny News Show, and then come out to the Pow Wow.
There we go. Do you want to chat with us for a minute? You don't have to. You guys have a seat. There we go. This is how we do spontaneous things. You may not have heard of the Greg and Donny Show.
No, no.
I'm Greg. He's Donny.
Hi, Donny.
So he represents liberal points of view politically. I do conservative points of view. We've got a YouTube we're making, and we're Facebook Live right now. Hopefully, we've been shared on the Creek site. Well, what brings you to the Pow Wow today?
Food.
There you go. So what kind of food?
Well, we have sausages, hot dogs, hamburgers.
You're one of the vendors?
No, I help bring all the supplies and the food.
Okay. What's your name?
Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I see you have paper towels in hand, so you're working.
Yeah.
We have interrupted this person from her appointed rounds.
Yes.
But that's okay. So what's your connection to the Creek tribe?
Well, my better half is in the tree. He's on council.
Okay.
Dwayne Miller.
Okay.
And we've been doing this for about 8 years.
Okay.
Well, I have him anyway. So,
He's welcome to join us here. I'd love to have a member of the council.
he will do that.
Just send him over here.
Make it a fry bread, as you say. Okay.
Okay.
Nice to talk to you guys.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I think that's how we're going to do it. People are just going to walk by, we're just going to grab it. But we want to get the council. We definitely want to get some of the tribal council. Because I want to find out what's going on with the tribe and what are some of the issues.
I do too.
That are concerning Creek.
And I don't know anything about the tribe. And I've always been interested in Native American culture.
That's fascinating.
But I live right here. I've never learned anything.
Yeah. We can, and that's why I want to work with you on a bill. So here we can get some action radio, some regularlaws.com, especially because you know who to talk to and possibly investigate with, I don't know if it's a school committee, whether it's a county issue, whether it's the city of Milton. We need to get Native American education into the schools, especially because this tribal ground. You see, you live near here,
Right.
Yeah, and you just pass by, and But I don't think this is. I think it's recent because the cultural center is still being built. That's behind us. You got to come to the cultural center. Okay, and I think there's going to be language. There's going to be a lot of the artifacts of the Creek tribe, and ideally, when I get a show again, so feel free to talk to anybody in radio I want to bring the Creek show back, and I want to bring some of some of the issues of Creek on a regular basis and Native Americans in general back on the air, so folks know. That's my idea. Yeah, it's a shame it's not taught because you almost have to reach out to learn it.
Right.
Well, so I'm glad you're here, so we can do. And then, again, at some point we're going to go take a look around. You can see the Pow Wow behind us. Like we can slide to the side a little bit. You can take a little look here, and see it's very active. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of vendors are here. I feel like I'm announcing a parade. Like, hey, welcome to the New Year's, the tournament of Rosa, tournament of Creek tribe, procession. There is going to be a grand entrance at 11. So if you're in the area, you want to come by, you want to be here before 11. And we can't photograph that. That's sacred. And there's a sacred circle in the middle of the tribal grounds behind us here. Do you want to be on the show? Okay, fine. I know you're busy.
Yeah.
Will you?
We're going to get dressed in a few minutes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I think I already asked that, didn't I?
You did.
Should we share it for the new folks? So if you're just joining us here, and we hope you are, we're at the Pow Wow, and this is the Creek Pow Wow, 4750 Willard Norris. Is it road or highway? Road. Road. Okay. Willard Norris Road. And so we've got, maybe we should get some of our first responders. Any of you gentlemen want to be on camera? Want to come join our show? Talk about first responding?
Yes, sir.
You want to come on our show?
Do your Christmas spending.
Come on!
There you go.
There we go. How do we get a chance to help help you help us?
That's right.
All right. My name's Fred.
Great. It's Lieutenant Simonson.
Lieutenant Simonson. Nice to meet you.
Donny?
Donny, good morning.
So welcome to the Greg and Donny Show.
Hi.
So we do all kinds of commentary. We go visit places. He represents liberal information. I do conservative stuff. And so tell us your story. How'd you get started being you're a fireman?
I am a fireman.
Okay.
Career fireman. Started 10 years ago.
All right.
I actually went to a firefighter's funeral.
Oh,
and saw the pride and the honor that those guys had, and I wanted to be part of that, and I wanted to serve my community.
So what is the community of firefighters? What do you feel? How does it all work?
We're a great family.
Okay.
We're a bunch of brothers and sisters that work together, and we want to help our brothers and sisters in the community.
How many women do you have in your
We have about 6 right now.
Okay. So percentage-wise of women?
It's probably 15% across the country.
So you could use more?
Oh yeah, always. We could always use more. In this area, in our community, we are a volunteer station.
Okay.
Combination. We've got a few paid guys. And then
so you have another job then?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm actually a paid firefighter.
Okay.
So, but we do have volunteers that actually service these trucks.
So how does someone become a volunteer? Because we might have folks, watching right now that want to do that.
And just stop by any of your local fire departments.
Okay.
They will get you through all the training. It's a long process, but
we need to do a show at a fire station.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, this is how we think of things. I mean, literally that's spontaneous. I think I interrupted you a little bit. So go to the local fire station.
Go to your local fire station. They'll get you in the process of getting you trained up and get you ready to go in there and assist your community.
Physical requirements for different jobs?
There is a physical requirement.
Okay.
You just got to be fit for duty.
Okay.
What we call it.
Because I'm like pushing 60. I don't feel it.
Let me tell you this. Any volunteer station, there's a job for everybody.
Okay.
I mean,
even if it's paperwork,
if it's driving the trucks.
Okay.
We
I can drive a truck. I can drive a fire truck. That's the coolest thing in the world. Can I do the sirens?
And everybody can do sirens.
Okay, good. You have questions? I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
You don't have to just fight fire to help your community. Just like today, we're out here at the Pow Wow.
Okay.
We're out here assisting. If somebody needs us, we're here.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody goes, it's a fine day and no one gets injured.
Yeah.
But we're here if they're needed.
Do you have any creek firefighters?
We do not. Not that I know of.
We need to talk to the folks about that.
I know in Santa Rosa County there are a few.
Okay.
East Milton does have 2, and they're out here today dancing.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, I'm always interested in the crossovers. There's a lot of Creek veterans, for example.
Yes.
So if we have Creek firefighters, I want to talk about the tribe as much as possible. In fact, we have a couple of comments up there we need to check on as well. But yeah, and then Donnie, if you have questions, which I'm sure. You can see our production. We're very laid back here.
I had my first call for the day.
What do we got? What are folks asking us here? We need extra phones. So
yeah.
You can share this on you have the fire Facebook page?
We do have a Facebook page.
You can share our video.
We had someone who couldn't hear what the address was.
4750 Willard Norris Road. There we go. So come on out.
4750 Willard Norris Road.
Or just look up Creek Tribe. There's the chief. There's the person I want to talk to.
Awesome. Thank y'all for having me.
Do you have anything else you want to say about the fire department?
We're good. Come out and visit us today. We'll have a fire truck out here. You come out and we'll go through the fire truck with you and show what we have to do.
Thanks for your time.
All right. No problem.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
There we go. And that's how we do it. We got to get the chief. We do. Okay, now, here's my challenge. I can figure out his name again before. I haven't seen the chief in a year, okay? So it's like, if I don't talk to you for 3 months, you're like, I know who you are, but, I remember a lot of things. I remember, falling down the stairs at 3 years old, but I don't remember, I'm the worst person on names ever.
Yeah, I remember everything that's ever happened to me except for names.
Yeah, so we're never going to make it as politicians, which is probably a good thing. I'd rather be in media. Because there's something about what we do. Anybody have a comment for us or a question?
No, the last one was a question about the tribe.
Okay. Well, hello. That's what we're doing here. So we got a lieutenant, fire lieutenant. So you want to do that? We got to do the show. We need a card or we need something like that. Where'd they go? So before we go, we've got to. We've got.
I know where they're located.
Oh, you do?
Okay. I don't know if they still do. I know when I was a kid, they used to have all sorts of community events I would go to.
Did you sit in the fire truck driver's seat?
Oh, yeah.
Did you get a fire helmet?
Every time.
Did they have a Dalmatian?
Yeah. In fact, one time they wouldn't let me, and I threw the biggest tantrum.
Oh, this is our big honor here. There we go. How you doing?
Henshei, let's go.
Henshei! Chofloko Suta. Here we go. I'm
Donny. Nice to meet you.
That's Donny.
Donny?
You look so official. It's like, I know you're Dan, right, normally, so it's have a seat of honor.
I can stay just for a minute.
That's okay. Well, in that case,
got to get back to the crazy.
This is Vice Chief Dan Helms of the Creek Tribe, and so I just want to let you talk. Tell us what's going on.
We got some beautiful weather. We got lots of vendors. Our drum is here, our Pow Wow drum, and we've got singers. We've got flute players. We got some of everything. We got some Indian fry bread, some roasted corn.
Oh, you got to try the fry bread, dude.
We got
yeah. It's gonna be great.
But when you try the fry bread, you must be very careful with it. Do not get any on your forehead right here. Because it's so good your tongue will slap your brains out trying to get to it. So be warned.
All right.
But we're having a great day out here,
It's
man.
beautiful. It's really
I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah. I didn't recognize you with the blue shades. You look different. I mean, I'm used to seeing you like regular stuff here. So you made this shirt, or someone made it for you?
One of our tribe members made it for me, and our beloved past Vice Chief Lloyd Highnote actually made the sash and the belt for me. It's made with, it's about, I think it's 2 miles of yarn.
2 miles?
Yeah. And it was done by a process called stick weaving. And that's a Creek Indian thing from way back.
Going to teach that at the Cultural Center or something?
Yes, that will be taught along with some language classes and all that. So.
We were talking about it too, because Donnie was saying he went through the entire Santa Rosa school system, learned nothing about Creek history or culture or anything.
Well, we're about to fix that. This coming year, we're going to be talking with the Santa Rosa County school system, and to actually come up with a curriculum that will fit into what they're doing. In fact, the official name of this CPALMS, it's a state of Florida curriculum. And so we're going to be able to have, sorry about that, we're going to have to be able to...
You look so official with your electronics here. Here is all in Creek regalia on a walkie-talkie, right?
Yeah, we call those wind talkers. Anyway, we're going to be trying to partner up with Santa Rosa County School System to actually get some of the correct history, especially of the Creek Indians in this area.
Is there something we can do legislatively to help you? Okay, why don't you go? Yeah,
I was going to say, what can Greg and I and the people watching at home do to help?
Well, this is just, if you could talk to your school board member, that would be a great thing. We have the support of the county commissioners. We've got support of some of the school board members, and so we're anticipating that we're going to be able to pretty easily accomplish this, because there's definitely a need for it, and it's part of what our mission of our tribe is to preserve and teach the language, heritage, and culture of the Creek people. And so we're all excited about that.
And I want to get practicing my Muskogee again, because when Dan was on the show, when I had the WBY show, we'd always do a little bit of the Muskogee language, and I always try to learn something new for each week. And the minute you stop talking, the minute you stop practicing, it just goes.
Yeah.
It goes so fast. I want to get back. I want to learn some more Muskogee.
A language lives best if it's in the air, is the saying. And we actually have a gentleman here who is from Muskogee Nation in Oklahoma that is going to be doing some, he is a folk singer, but he does his folk singing in Muskogee, the Muskogee language, and then interprets it into English. And so his name is Ben Yahola.
What's that mean?
That's his name. Ben Yahola.
Ben Yahola, okay. It's like I told the story earlier.
His Indian name is Kochtu Humtu. And that means Kochtu is panther, and it's Hamati. Kochtu Hamati, and it's panther, and the Hamati part means that he is a leading out in front. So, but he's a really, really neat guy, and he's here and is going to be coming back. And
he's welcome to join us. Yes,
sure.
In fact, everybody, you can send.
I'll send him over here.
Send him, and also if you have any of the political folks, that can help, with the tribe. And do you have questions, Tom?
Just kind of a vague question, because a lot of people, myself included, live their entire lives in this area and never really know much about the tribe. Can you just give us a basic version of what's going on with the tribe?
We've only been here, documentable. We've only been in Santa Rosa County since 1603. So I'm not surprised you hadn't heard anything about us yet.
It's one of those
and just as a disclaimer, I know Donnie's dad and his grandfather very well. Have known him all my life. So